Hey guys, the video's here. The story is ready. And also, this is the first time I've actually had to create a script for this. So, this is not one where I'm just spitballing, and I actually do have a script for this. Sort of. I will still do some form of spitballing here and there, but overall, I am just gonna. There's a little script. So, yeah. Hope you guys liked this one, and I hope it was worth the wait. So, all the way back when Crimson Thunder defeated the villains and then met a person named Crimson Mist. Then, after that week of things came around. Crimson Thunder was still not used to being a team player. And usually those guys did whatever they really wanted, and they were never really a team to begin with, so they wouldn't really need each other until his brother came around. That's when a team formed. But since we're not in that timeline yet, they're pretty much just doing their random stuff, just trying to teach Finks how to use his powers. And so, since Crimson Thunder was never really part of a team at the time, he was running around, doing superhero stuff, stopping villains, morally finding excuses sometimes to damage people who've messed with him in the wrong way. And that's when he came acquainted with a person who he will start he recently now sees him as his brother, the water demon. Before he was affected by the spore that Satan really released into the world, turning people who had very personal issues and issues in general into demons. He was literally a person who was just a personal swimmer, and they there were some people who dumped, well, with in the pool, the chlorine. He was the only one who was swimming. Became the water demon. Well, as basically to manipulate and control water. So when he figured that out, he made himself an entire water suit and made it look like he was part demon, just for the fun of it. And he was also in the habit of destroying things, but not for personal gain, morally just because he wanted to. And that's how Crimson Thunder and Water Demon met. They started basically fighting crime, and before they started doing it just to be fun and release some anger, they actually started doing it for hero work. People calling them a team, a superhero team, but really they weren't. They were just two friends that are just working together. But that friend group was starting to get a little bigger. The superhero Mechanable, when his brother and they were doing the teamwork, basically they were seeing these two as villains because, well, they were doing hero work, but they kind of saw that they were doing pointless destruction. That's when McCampbell devised to go there and stop him. After they realized the reason why they're doing it, he pretty much had the nerve to start yelling at us, or yelling at them, and saying how wrong it was. That's kind of how they started getting on a good narrow path when it came to being actual heroes. Well, Crimson Thunder, the water demon was not so much. He did do some of the hero work, but he did usually do his own thing. But but their friend group only got bigger when two superheroes decided decide to join them in their little crusade. Plasma. Plasma joined the team more after being acquainted with Crimson Thunder after a little run-in. She knew him and she wanted to join. Thought it was fun. People started calling them the superhero team Woodworks, or the Works. And how much they never made official, they said they ever picked a name, they would have called themselves the they would have called themselves the Star Crush, as in the Star Crusher team. Everyone agreed on this, and yeah. But she also didn't come alone. She also had a friend who was very angsty, but very much a good friend to the rest of the team. Well, almost. Say hello to formal superhero Shadow Ninja. He's also part Dragator. But his abilities are a little bit different. His ability is that he's basically able to make a dark, he's able to make either a dark spirit or Fro, or to make like a dark, like, think like a black hole, but a solid form, and you can't escape. Like if you walk through it, you will disappear somewhere else inside the bubble. And he was invested with the Shadow Dragon, so he was able to also invest shadows. He would So with his abilities, he would morally use his dark powers and shadow powers to turn any shadow thing he made into a solid object. Very fond with ninjas, he basically made a lot of ninja weapons, even made himself his own ninja costume. In real time, he was a very good friend, and close to the time before they were doing hero work, and they were saving places and saving people. They literally said in the last mission that they were going to become a team, like officially, but things were wrong. You see, this is also when we had a run-in with, they've had a run-in with Skull and Stain a few times now, and Skull and Stain are very unique villains. One having the ability to manipulate his own bones, and one able to turn himself into a red acid stain. Skull and Stain were basically into having fun, not really destroying, and that's the reason why they never really try to get them arrested, because they were having fun. But Shadow Ninja was having a bit of trouble. You see, how much he did love joining the team, being a superhero wasn't really paying rent, and him being 30 and having to pay for his own house, he didn't know what to do. Fall into a bad line of work and started being an assassin. Hiding it from us, we found out, and the team did not like it. They were angry, they were upset, and he just decided to leave. Plasma tried to find him and saw he was trying to steal some chemicals from X Corp. Skull tried to save Stain. The machine blew up with the lab itself, and we all thought she was dead. A few years later, we find out that she's alive. Her dragon and human self is now bonded together permanently, and she's stuck in a blood form forever. Okay, I really want to do more of the story, but I can't because TikTok is about to run out. But you guys get the gist of the story. She's trapped as this blood form. The heroes are trying to save her and trying to help her, the old team that pretty much, and we're trying to bring her back to her human form. And because of this, Crimson Thunder and the rest of the people of this team has some conflict with this guy. Okay? See you guys later. I hope you guys like the new superhero. Crimson Thunder out.